Just made it to the river. Didn't make a cast yet, but I seen you guys say I want to see educational slash like in-depth with the technique type of video. So today I'm gonna show you guys this technique right here that I call stiffy. It's just basically a standard jig head with that jerk shad right there. And the way I'm fishing this on a ducket, 7 foot, medium heavy. It's an old rod right here. But the way how this rod bends, it's like has a lot of backbone, but it still has a good amount of tip for me to cast and to work the bait right. So what this does right here, right, is when I cast this thing into the water and I'm bouncing it like this, it's bouncing like this, like darting side to side, like a weightless fluke would. That's basically what this technique is, except it has a jig head. I'm about to show y'all right here a prime example of what I'm talking about. That's 3/8 that I'm using. So look, the fish just started schooling right there. I see that. So that's where they typically hold, usually. So I'm gonna cast right here. Cast in there, right? As soon as the bait hit the water, I'm reeling up my slack. And then y'all see me popping my rod like this. That right there gives you the action of them darting. And you'll know when they hit it. It's not a top water bite, but it's like a thought. You can't miss it. And it's very quick too. This isn't a technique where I'm usually just casting, let it hit the bottom and reel. No. This, I'm trying to target all the aggressive fish. Sometimes I hit the pause in there. Sometimes I don't. It's all about experimenting. Look at that. They jumping in there. It's not gonna be long before we get bit. So look, as soon as it hit the water, let it sink for like a second. Pop, pop. Usually that first pop, there's usually one in front of it. If not, then just repeat the process. That's basically it. It's really not that hard. There it is. Told you, y'all, it don't take long. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. It don't take long. It don't. As long as you know what you're doing. Fishing does not have to be hard, y'all. It can be simple. He ain't big, but he proves the point. That's what I'm trying to make. There he is, y'all. Okay. All right, buddy. All right. Y'all see it? Look at that. The hook set completely 100% on top of his mouth. It's almost like you're fishing a swim jig, is basically what I'm trying to say. But he ain't big, but we're gonna release him. So what I'm targeting right here is basically a streamline or river line is what I like to call it. It's basically like deep holes or a deep section of the river. Like you got right there, you got downstream. So what these fish do, they come up. It's like a certain pathway that they take. They go up from that current all the way to the other side, and they go up over there to feed. So what I'm doing, I'm basically just trying to intercept their route. And they can't come this way because it's too shallow, but they definitely go over there where there's no pressure and they got deep hole to sit in. So that's why I chose this spot right here. This right here is a secret technique, y'all. Secret. This right here, if you were to throw it with somebody that's throwing the top water, you can get bit more than the guy who's throwing the top water, because it's something different. They usually, because let's be honest, y'all. How many times y'all go out, y'all see everybody throwing a spook, a pencil popper? Yeah, those work and all. But when the fish start getting finicky and they don't want to target that, you throw something different like this, your chances of getting bit increases heavily. Should be a fish right here. There he is. Told you. Didn't I just call my shot? So this should be a fish right here. Oh, he's running. He's running. It's a big one, y'all. I think he's running. This is what I mean, yo. I'm the only one on the river when I'm catching something. And I've been here not even an hour. He ain't that big. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. That'd be a good 21. Relax, buddy. Relax. Need buddy to relax. Look at that, y'all. Top of his mouth. Y'all see it. Let's take a picture. I don't know, where's my tape measurement? I don't know if my tape measurement is still in here or not. It's a good fish. He might keep, he might not, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna throw him back. All right, there he goes. Buddy's off. That's basically pretty much it, yo. Nothing fancy. It's really not. It's just the way how I work it. And you have to have rhythm too. If you don't have rhythm, they're not gonna hit it. I know it sounds crazy and y'all probably won't believe me, but it really does be like that. All right, we're gonna cast back in there. It's hard to explain because you guys aren't on the other end of the rod, or holding the rod, as I should say. Because let's be real. To the guys that's watching this video right now, guys and girls, let's be honest. Some of y'all, when y'all first start fishing, what do? Y'all cast and reel, right? How many times have you seen people do that? Cast and reel. It's too easy, right? See this technique right here, I'm giving something different. And some of y'all are probably gonna ask me, how did I get that technique? Well, it's all about experimenting and just learning as you're fishing. You pick up stuff when you fish. There he is. There's another one. Tell y'all, this is not edited or anything. This is literally raw content right here. He ain't big. He ain't big, but he's really feisty though. That's one thing. Come here. I think the last one was bigger than this one. Freaking choked it, y'all. Look at that. Once again, top of his mouth. Look at that. Another pretty fish. This is what my third one, I think. Whew. Hope you guys are learning something. I'm not a type of person that usually teaches, but I am learning as I go. Basically what I do, right, is basically rig this same way you would rig any other plastic, through the head first. The key thing is make sure it is straight, because if it's not straight, your action will be off, and that right there is a huge role into this technique. You want to make sure it's straight. From the head all the way to the body. Now I'm not saying you got to be like super straight, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So if y'all look right here, that's straight from that perspective.